Good afternoon, friends. Thanks for joining me on Men's Talk. Remember, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a present, a gift from God. Enjoy it. I have a wonderful, interesting gentleman with me today. He's always upbeat and positive thinker. So happy to have you with us today. Today I introduce Jon Slocum. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me, Judy.
Well, we are so excited to learn about you.
Well, I don't know how exciting I am, but we'll at least tell folks out there about me
That's
anyway, right?
Exactly.
And,
so your show.
All right. Well, I loved your quote, by the way, and especially the part about tomorrow being a mystery, because sometimes that's how I feel here at Otterbein, is that oftentimes tomorrow you never know what's going to happen.
That's right.
But for those of you out there that don't know me, my name is Jon Slocum. Obviously, I am officially the Director of Maintenance and Environmental Services here at Otterbein. So just to give everybody who may not know what all that entails, that's everything from maintenance, grounds, transportation, housekeeping, laundry, and construction. So a whole handful of stuff.
That is a lot on your plate.
Indeed it is, but that's okay because it keeps me on my toes and it keeps every day interesting. So.
And you always say so upbeat and friendly when you talk to people.
Well,
people wouldn't realize what stress you're under.
I don't know. I think sometimes I am sometimes known as the person who says no all the time.
Well, very seldom, but he does.
But it's great to be here at a place like Otterbein. That helps keep you upbeat, simply because you build all these relationships with residents and with partners, and all the partners and all the residents, we all ultimately want the same thing. We want a place where everyone who's here can enjoy life, whether it's the residents who live here and all the different activities and programs you guys get to be a part of, but all the partners, we get to be a part of that too, and we get to be a part of the lives of the residents. And I've always said since I first came to work here that Otterbein is very different from where I came from, but also the same. Some folks don't know my background. For 10 years before coming here, I was the operations director at a kids camp.
Okay.
So in essence, I traded in kids for older adults, but I was in charge.
Sometimes we're kids too.
Oh, absolutely. There's two big benefits to the older adults, though, Judy. Number one, you've got way better stories.
Okay.
And number two, most of you don't run as fast, so that's a plus
that is
too.
true. That is very, especially if the elevators are out.
Absolutely, which that keeps everyone on their toes, and that's just one more of those mysteries that you don't know that's going to happen when it happens.
So you've been here at Otterbein how many years?
I've been here a little over 10 years. I started in late 2014, and so. And
tell us a little bit about your family, children, grandkids, whatever.
I have a wife who is an accountant and controller. And I've got two standard schnauzers that some of the residents I'm sure have met, because I bring them out here sometimes.
I'd like to see.
Their names are Eli and Echo. So we don't have kids, but we do have a goddaughter in Raleigh, North Carolina, who is an emergency room nurse.
Oh, wow.
And so she's our baby, if you will, at 23 years old. So
I had schnauzers, and somebody was just saying you had schnauzers. So I hope I don't anymore, of course.
Yeah.
So,
but you'll see mine occasionally out here,
and
I've even brought them out for
you
some of the parades.
You should have brought them
here. I told Kevin, I said I should have brought them and just
let them
popped them up here.
Yes,
so,
you should have. That'd been great.
They are definitely couch dogs, and but they love to be outside. So I think we take them when we travel almost everywhere. So
where do you like to travel?
We spend a lot of time in the mountains and traveling around the country. We have a passion for camping and hiking and canoeing, and just love the outdoors. So
and you got a wife that enjoys the same thing.
Indeed, she does.
That's lucky. That's good.
So we have a lot of fun with our travels and just spending time outside. And,
yes.
and in the fresh air. So
You look like an outdoor man.
well, I
We'll have to
appreciate
put you
that.
on an ad on TV.
Oh, I don't know about that, but that's also one of the reasons that oftentimes I'm not in my office, because I'm out on the property. I try to make my rounds and see and know what's going on, and being able to solve problems across the campus. So I'm a firm believer that you've got to get out and put eyes on things to be able to see that. So.
Well, your passion for outdoors is definite. Your passion for your dogs. Do you have another passion that you like?
I just really enjoy kind of the serving others aspect of life. I'm a very active member in the local Masonic Lodge in Lebanon. Also an active member with some other nonprofits to help with fundraising and things like that. So service comes natural to Michelle and I both. So we like to do it in our jobs as well as our personal life.
That's a very good thing to do too.
Yeah.
It's good to have something like that in your.
Yeah.
So about your job here, you basically do what?
I
mean, I kind of know, but.
I manage a really great team.
Okay.
And so my direct reports are Candy Van Scoik, who almost every resident gets to deal with when they move in, and then she manages our maintenance department. Jeremy Laswell manages our grounds and transportation, so a lot of folks know Jeremy. And then Patty Frederick runs our housekeeping and laundry. Not as many people know Patty from independent living, but many in our healthcare and assisted living areas know Patty because she's so active in those areas. So it's managing a great team. In addition to that, I'm obviously a member of the leadership team. So we're kind of responsible for the overall driving the big bus that is Otterbein, if you will. And so we spend a lot of time talking about the day-to-day operations of the business of Otterbein, but also I'm heavily involved in some of the strategic planning, especially when it comes to the facility and the buildings and things like that, with the leadership team and members of the home office. So.
I do know Jeremy. He's great. I don't know the others very well, but he's very good.
Yeah,
and he's polite. I left him a message and he called me right back.
Good deal.
I don't remember what it was now.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yes,
so.
he was very good about it. I can't remember something about those. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's see what else we can ask you. What else do you want to talk about?
Well, a lot of folks tend to associate me with construction on campus because I'm kind of the face of that. I think it's always good for people here at Otterbein to understand the construction process, especially when we're doing big projects like new homes or the large West Courts renovation or the Main Street renovation. My role in those is to kind of be the liaison between residents and the project, and also to try to push that project along. But I work very closely with our construction team at the home office, and I don't think that a lot of our residents realize that we've got a full, properties and construction department at the home office that oversees a lot of our large projects. They do all the behind the scenes stuff, the contracting and a lot of the planning. And so that can encompass a lot of time to manage large projects at one time. So I get pretty heavily involved in that to just kind of make sure that we can limit as much as possible the negative impacts on the campus and the residents that are a part of the growing of Otterbein. But so that's one good thing that all the residents should know. But more on the fun side, I think that a lot of the residents should know that as an employee and as a leader in the organization, that's one of the things that we try to strive for, is to have more and more interactions with residents, and trying to think of fun ways we can take and get partners to interact with the residents. So you're starting to see more things like the Hot Wings Challenge that happened a week or so ago.
Kevin made it.
Yeah, so but that was a fun way for residents and partners to interact. And other things that we're planning for the summertime, we want to come out and have some street parties within the courts where we can take and bring out, maybe serve some hamburgers and hot dogs and just have fun with the residents in their neighborhood, if you will, and get to know the residents better. So
that's wonderful. Yes. Yeah, the courts do become kind of like a family. We get to know the other people in the other courts, but we kind of become a family.
Yep.
And that would be fun to have more parties or whatever.
Yeah, and that helps us get to know the family characteristics of Swallow Court or whatever court that we happen to be in. Each one of those has their own feeling, just like a family has its own personality.
Yes.
And it's nice to get out and interact with those folks and get residents more comfortable talking with and learning more about the partners that work here.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So how's the building with the duplexes coming along?
It is coming along well. We're pouring foundations and getting ready to pour the floor slabs on several of the building lots. So here within 30 days, we should start seeing some framing going on, and that's when things will get exciting and you'll see big changes. So far, it's kind of been a slow winter, it seems like, because you don't see much coming out of the ground. So you'll start seeing those buildings and those new homes coming out of the ground very soon. And
are they going to be 2 units together?
Yep. Most of them will be duplexes, so you'll have 2 units. So they will be joined together where the garages are, and they will be a little bit like the orchards, in that the garages will face the back of the home to an alley, and then the front of the homes, their front porches, will all face a large green space.
That sounds nice.
So that makes it feel a little more like our normal courts do.
Yes.
So it'll be a nice place that will create its own little neighborhood, just like our other courts, but also be an inviting place for residents from all across the community, to extra places to walk and enjoy the green space. And
will they open up the path to Armco Park?
Yep, that will be opening up here within the next probably 2 weeks.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah, we're going to have it open before the 1st of April. The park kind of really reopens and the golf course opens April 1st. So the construction team has already been bringing in stone grindings to make that path. And so we may have it open as early as the end of next week if the weather stays good.
Because I know the golfers will appreciate it.
Oh, yes.
They'll be using it a lot.
Yeah.
It's just nice to go over there and ride around, too.
Yeah, it's a beautiful amenity that we have right next door to us. And the park management are always eager to help us and find ways to have programs that can interact with our residents. And in the more distant future, you'll see another multi-use path that's going to come actually from Armco all the way to Union Village. There'll be another way that our residents can easily get to Armco and over to Union Village as well. So lots of good partnerships there. We certainly are growing.
Yeah. And I know that's a necessity because other retirement homes are popping up all over. Absolutely. So we got to stay ahead of them.
Yeah, well, and that's a beautiful thing about a place like Otterbein. When you have great facilities, great programs, great food, and great residents that tie it all together, you have more and more people that want to take and come live here. So we have waiting lists.
I wondered, I was going to ask you. Do you have a waiting list for the duplexes?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that pushes our need to continue to grow. So I think that alone is a big statement about what a great place Otterbein is and what the group of people that make up Otterbein. When you think about it, we're a small town. I mean, we've got about 1,000 residents living here. We've got over 400 employees. We're a great small town, and people want to come to great small towns to live. So.
I like that it's all enclosed. In other words, the boundaries, and they stand within that. And the security here is very good.
Yeah.
You never have to worry. I never I shouldn't announce this. I never lock my doors.
Don't tell people that.
Oh,
but,
there's nothing to steal. If they need it, take it.
but that is a great thing, is people feel safe. They
Safe,
feel
very
comfortable here at Otterbein. And I think that's, again, it's because we have a great group of partners and a great group of residents that can communicate well together. If someone has a concern, they're not afraid to bring that concern, so we can look after it.
Well, I know we've called you different times and left messages, and it's handled.
Yeah.
I don't always get a call back, but it's handled.
Yeah.
He does say no once in a while.
Once in a while.
Because I asked for a red door, and what did you say? No. Because my color doesn't get red doors. But I'm happy with it.
The red door doesn't match your color scheme, but that's okay.
Can I paint it?
It's going to be beautiful.
It is beautiful already. And the men, I have to credit them. They work so hard in that cold weather, out there with gloves on, trying to cut that siding and stuff. They really worked hard.
Yeah. Well, it's been a long project. The West Courts project is what we're referring to. It's been a long project, but we're getting very close to being at the end. Wren Court is in process now, and we're starting to wrap up. Your court, you'll be getting carpet next week.
Oh, is that next? Okay. And
Yeah,
are we allowed to move into our porch then?
Not quite yet. We got to do all that touch-up work first.
Oh yeah, they're out there painting today.
But we are making much more progress now that the weather has been nice.
Yes.
And before you know it, this project will be behind us, and we'll be on to the next project.
Who
knows what that'll be?
I was just going to say, except for the duplexes.
Yeah.
Someone was saying they might build or do something about more assisted living. Yes,
we are. Part of that. Part of my position is strategic planning. So I sit on a group that is currently discussing repositioning not only our assisted living, but also our health care areas, to make sure we have a big need for additional assisted living.
Yes.
And quite honestly, our health care offering is a little bit larger than what we need for our campus.
Okay.
So we're looking at ways that we can adjust both of those to offer the services that are needed here for the residents that live out in the community. We want to be large enough when it comes to assisted living and healthcare to serve all the needs of the folks who live in our independent living community, because we want those folks to be able to stay here throughout their life and their needs.
Yes.
So that's something that's very important, and I would expect within 6 months or so we'll have a pretty good plan starting to come together to know what we need to do to adjust those offerings to make them the right size for our needs. And then we continue to have waiting lists in independent living, so we know we'll probably continue to grow that in the near future as well. So
it's all wonderful news.
Yeah, it's a bright place.
Change subject just a little bit.
Yeah.
On your next vacation, where are you and your wife going?
Oh, well,
have you planned it yet?
We are. It's funny you say that, because my wife right now is not at home. She is in Italy for 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
She's on a girls' trip and having a great time in Italy. So,
how nice for her.
Yep. So that was one of her bucket list things. So our next big vacation together, we've got several little weekend trips planned throughout the summer. But our next big ones, we're going to take a trip out west to go camping later in the fall and early winter, and then we are probably going to Scotland next spring. So
you have what kind of camper?
I've got a truck camper. It slides in the back of my truck, so I can then take and still pull my motorcycle behind the truck if I need to, or my canoes and kayaks. So
well, you just hit on another subject. Tell us about your motorcycles. How many do you have?
I currently have 3, but
are they custom Harleys?
No. Mine are more what they call adventure or touring bikes.
Oh, okay.
So Michelle and I like to travel via motorcycle as well. So we'll hop on the bike and go for a long weekend or a week-long trip.
Okay.
The furthest we've traveled on it is we have traveled all up through the Canadian Maritimes, New Brunswick and Nova Scotia.
Oh, wow.
On the
That's
motorcycle.
quite a long
so.
ways, yes.
And so we have fun with the motorcycles, and you'll occasionally see it here on campus if I don't need to carry something with my truck. But
what do you do with the dogs when you're on the motorcycles?
we send them to the kennel or to friends.
I
to
babysit
say.
them.
Well, there you go.
I've had schnauzers, but I didn't have big ones. Mine
Yeah.
were the miniature ones.
Yeah, we've had those as well, but we'll put them in the kennel. They enjoy going to the kennel and seeing all of their
All their
friends.
friends.
Exactly.
My son had a dog, and he took it to a kennel. He said he never wanted to leave when they went to pick him up.
Well, that's the way ours are. They get there and it's like, they look at mom and dad and say, oh, well, we'll see you whenever you get back.
Oh, that's
so
great.
They're happy.
That's great.
They're happy.
Well, that
doing
sounds like a great vacation.
Yeah.
And when is that? In the summer?
That one will Scotland will be next spring. So I've got about a year to wait on it.
Okay.
But later this year we'll be doing a lot of camping and outdoor stuff while the weather's nice.
So is your wife riding home? Is she going to get to the Vatican and all that?
She was at St. Peter's 2 days ago, I think. And
okay.
so she's traveling today, I think, down toward Naples and that area, and then going down to the Amalfi Coast. So
It's quite a trip.
she and her girlfriends are they're having a great little tour of southern Italy for 2 weeks.
Good.
So
And sampling the wine?
I am sure they are.
Hey, they're known for their wine. You have to have a little
Absolutely.
bit of red wine.
Yeah, so she's sampling wine, eating great food, and me and the dogs are at home just
Taking care of the
kind
dogs.
of taking care of things at the house and relaxing in the evenings and trying to get my honeydew list done before she gets back.
Oh,
So
that's good. That's good. Well, you've been a wonderful guest. Is there any other subjects we haven't touched on?
no, I think we've been a little bit all over the
I
place,
love it.
Judy.
Yes,
but,
we talked. I think people wanted to know this about you.
Yeah. Well, I would kind of finish up just saying that I appreciate you and all the other residents who are always so supportive of our different departments within maintenance and environmental services. The residents have really made me feel welcome over the 10 years that I've been here, and it's always great to build those long-term relationships. And I want everyone out there to know that anytime you have a question or concern, bring it to us. Pick up the phone, give us a call, send us an email, whatever. Let us know what's going on, and we'll take and have an opportunity to take and interact more with the residents, because that, quite honestly, is always the best part of our job. Sometimes it doesn't seem that way because we have tough times and emergencies, but in the end, it all comes down to dealing with the people. And
Well, I've lived here 3 years, and I've had great relations with all the partners.
that's awesome.
And they're wonderful partners, even Kevin. I like him a lot.
Even Kevin. Even Kevin. Hey, John, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
You've been here, you said 10 years.
Yeah.
You've been through a lot of construction projects. Do you have a favorite project that you've worked on here?
Ooh, a favorite project. Actually, probably my favorite project, it was also one of the most difficult ones, was the Aurora conversion, because it was so needed. That really brought our assisted living into what I'll call the modern era, and it made such a huge impact on what it was before to what it is now. So the Aurora, it was difficult gutting a building that was so busy, but that's probably my favorite one so far.
And then on a personal standpoint, I know you said you and your wife do a lot of camping and whatnot. Do you have a favorite place that you've camped?
Ooh, favorite place that we've camped?
Good question.
Probably Nellie Lake in Killarney Provincial Park in Canada. We did a 10-day canoe camping trip out in the wilderness and ended up at Nellie Lake, and it was 30 miles from anywhere, peaceful, beautiful, mountains and the clearest lake you've ever seen, 300 feet deep, and just beautiful and quiet. And those are the best ones when you're away and no cell phone service, no other people. It's
Nobody can get you by the phone.
Yep, it's just peace and quiet and enjoying nature.
You need that, yes. Do you camp, Kevin?
No. Simple answer, no.
We did a couple times when the kids were small, and my husband said his idea of camping is a Holiday Inn.
I have several.
He was not a camper.
I have several friends that way.
I think I could do a little bit of what Jon does if you've got a camper kind of setup, but like pitching a tent is not something I'm ever going to do again in the rest of my life, and I'm A-okay with that.
Kevin, he camps on the back patio with a cup of coffee.
Exactly. I'll camp out in the backyard, but as long as I've got a bathroom to go to.
There you go.
Yeah.
And we're fortunate where I live. The whole back is a just grass field,
yeah.
about 2 football fields, and then it backs up to trees. Now I don't know if they'll ever build back there. I doubt it.
I don't think we'll ever build back there because there's a lot of utilities that run through that
That's what we
space,
thought, yeah.
and so that keeps you protective, and you don't have to worry
Exactly.
about someone building behind you. So
Yes, it's
that's
very
a bonus.
nice. Kevin, you have any last questions?
No, I don't think so. I think you covered a few of the things that I was going to ask, Judy. So no, I think I think we're good. Yeah. Thank you, Jon.
All right.
On Thursday morning when we do the news, he's like my Joe Friday. I call him on him all the time.
Well,
So, you have anything else you would like to add?
no, just thank you so much for
Thank
inviting
you.
me on.
Thank
It's
you.
been
Thank you.
great. I've really enjoyed it.
Would you like to say goodbye to the audience?
Otterbein folks, just thank you so much for being residents here. Thank you for the support that you give all the staff. And again, just remember, if there's ever anything you need, never be afraid to just pick up the phone, call us, and ask.
And I'd like to say goodbye and thank you for joining us. And we've certainly enjoyed Jon, and we hope maybe in a year we'll have you back with all the new things that's
There
happening.
will always be something
Is
new.
that restaurant ever going to open?
Everyone asks that. You guys know as much as I do.
It keeps saying coming soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Jon.
No, I think that went very well. You had a lot to talk about
Awesome.
and things that would
that's
interest people.
Well, it'll be now Kevin's going to have to edit it all and make me look like I know what I'm talking about.
No, you did.